Welcome, I'm Tony Taylor. I am the Connector, and welcome to my podcast. Today you're in for a treat. I have a really good friend of mine. His name is Dustin Ovlerson. He is my team leader in real estate with One Dream. He has so many balls in the air, I don't even know how this man keeps up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome to my show, Dustin Ovlerson.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for being here. Like, this has been a journey, right? You know my whole struggle to get here.
I don't know if it was a struggle or more of a process, right?
Exactly.
Right.
It's how you look at things, right?
Right. How you look for them. But it's good to see you here.
Yes.
It's good to see the growth.
Thank you.
And the positive energy, and
Thanks.
I see the confidence. And this shows us, like, this all happened in, like, we're in 6 months. I don't even realize. We're maybe 7 months from your shift.
Sure.
Of putting it in, doing the thing, connecting with your audience, finding yourself, building your brand, and not only grow your business in the salon, but in real estate, and then the connector.
Yes.
It's big, man.
I mean, it's huge.
big.
I mean, thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, that's huge coming from you because I look up to you. I don't know if you know that because, like I said, you have so many balls in the air and you juggle everything all the time. And I don't know how the hell you do it. What is your secret?
So I think that my advantage is the United States Army, right?
Okay.
That 26 years of service but I was well trained.
Sure.
You know, I was well trained. I went through a lot of schools, leadership schools, you know, managing hundreds of people, millions and millions of dollars of equipment. And then to come here and into the civilian sector and apply those disciplines, because it's really discipline in our field, in our industry, and in business and entrepreneur. Talent gets you so far. You have a lot of talent, but when you dialed in your discipline, holy cow, right? Like that's when the fire.
You can say holy shit.
The discipline is really the key to the juggling the balls. Else you can't keep them all moving. But I'm actually not even juggling them anymore. It's finding talent and people and building a team to help you. So I have help. I could pass a ball and pass and hold one.
And we're gonna get to that later. But like, I'm gonna take you all the way back. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know Dustin Ovlerson, where did you grow up?
I grew up in New York City, Manhattan, actually.
Manhattan.
In Tribeca, before Tribeca was Tribeca.
Okay.
You know, before the Jay-Z and all that fancy stuff over there. It was about 4 blocks from the World Trade Center.
Oh, wow.
Our family was actually impacted by both attacks.
Oh, really?
That's how close we were.
That's insane.
Yep. And on the last attack, that's when my mother finally moved out of the city and away from that area because of everything that went down. So that's actually where I grew up.
Okay. And so how did you get into the military? Because you mentioned the Army. So I just want everybody to know who Dustin is, where he came from. How did you get into the Army? Or what was the catalyst?
So one, I always wanted to lead. I was always a leader as a very young child. I always had all the kids doing the things that I thought we should be doing and getting in trouble doing the things I planned.
Exactly.
So I would say, I've always been a leader, but the United States Army became like that calling or that thing out of a situation, which was me getting Margarita pregnant.
Your lovely wife.
Yeah.
Shout out to Margie.
I got her pregnant. I think she was about 16, 17. And I didn't have a father. And we were not doing good, obviously. I'm 17 years old. She's 16. And we have a kid. And we live in New York City. Wow. Right? So, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to run? Or am I going to stand and fight, one for my son that was born or my child and that family, even though we were so young and then we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, we felt we were in love, but was it lust? Probably a lot of that, right? Right. And, I fell under some really hard times, no money, no jobs, no education, dropping out of high school, doing all the wrong things, running the street. And I have this young, beautiful girl here, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And, I was down on myself, and my grandmother picked me up and my grandfather, and they're like, hey, we're going to send you to a military school real quick, get you some discipline, get you into the military, and get you some education. If you could buckle down for a year in this program, this challenge program, they'll let you in the service and you'll get a shot.
Oh, wow.
They said, this is your last shot. Yeah. If you don't do this, you're either dead or you're going to be on drugs or you're going to jail.
That's crazy. I never knew this story.
Yeah. So I went. So I told Margarita, I was like, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this program. And if I pass, they're going to give me my GED. And they're going to line me up with the United States Army. And that's our shot. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, go for it.
That's incredible.
And that's
like,
how
shout out to your grandparents for even, like, pulling you in or, being there for you in a time of chaos and turmoil, and then turning it around for you.
I didn't have a father figure in my life.
Same thing.
But my grandfathers, I had 3 of them that really set a high bar. Okay. And I watched those struggles of men trying to take care of families, and they took care of me as a son.
That's
incredible. Then my grandmothers, those was the same way. I have a mother, but I had multiple grandmothers and grannies in my life. Yeah. That were always on my side.
God, we have so many damn parallels. We're both Gemini.
Yeah, we're both Gemini.
So it's 4 of us sitting here right now. Not just the 2 of us. But I am also from a family where my parents divorced when I was 18 months old. And then we moved in with my grandparents, my mom's parents, here in Chesterfield, where I grew up. And I just, was there. And then my mom got remarried, and I had my stepdad. So I did have a father figure later. But my stepdad was so removed, because we weren't his children. The first 5, we weren't his children. Yeah. So he kind of never gave us discipline, and he always was more of a friend.
Those boundaries, right?
Those boundaries.
He's trying to figure that out, right?
And he was young, because he was younger than my mom. Okay. And so, and then they went on to have 4 other children. So, same parallel. And then I, too, joined the military. I think I was 21, a little bit later. And then when I was in, my wife now, Debbie, we've been together 37 years, almost 38. And so she got pregnant as well. And then we decided to get out of the military and move back here to Richmond.
Hold on, I love, because, we're going to get called out on this, and this is going to tell you right now. We love to say they got pregnant.
Oh, exactly.
Like they caught a cold.
They caught a cold. Take a Tylenol and call me in the morning. So we got pregnant.
Here we go.
And then, we got out. We moved back here. And the military was great for me, too, because it was structure. It was foundation. It was discipline. And so it taught me a lot of things that I didn't necessarily have, I guess, when I was growing up.
It's discipline.
It is.
That discipline is, I think, something we yearn for and we really want, even though we're running from it.
Exactly.
But it is the thing that I think young boys and men actually, and that's what helped me thrive. I thrive in that environment.
Yeah, even females, my sisters. I have my sister, my niece, a lot of my family is military. So it's a huge stepping stone. If you're not going to college, if you don't have a career path where you wanted to do something, the military is always the best thing, in my opinion. Yeah. Because it gives you that time to grow up. It gives you that time to experience other people, other cultures, travel. So, I think it was huge for me. And so how long did you stay in the military?
So I did 26 years. Wow. Approximately about 26. And actually, it was at one time in the military, I was active, and both of my sons were. So we were all serving at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were all serving at the same time. I was hoping that they would go to school, use their post 9/11, GI Bill. But no, they're all we're gonna do what you.
So they followed in your footsteps.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Wow.
They did. They all served and did a little bit of time, and we never were all deployed at the same time. Okay. But we all have served at the same time.
Now, how long have you been out now?
Probably 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about 6. That went quick.
Yeah.
That went quick. I'm enjoying it. I
Yeah.
don't miss it, like I did. But I would say it gave me all the structure.
I mean,
needed.
yeah, it totally set you up
It
for
did.
like where you are now. Because I think you've been doing real estate
6 years.
6 years
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
But just from what I know of you and what I've seen from you in the community, and now that I'm on your team, it's crazy how you got to where you are currently so fast. What do you attribute your success to?
I guess everybody sees it as fast, and I
Sure.
will say, you could say I've talked to a lot of agents and brokers. They've been doing it 20 years, 25 years, and they're still trying to figure out how do I break this cycle and retire or stop doing these transactions.
Yeah.
But so that 26 years of service and time prepped me for that time.
Exactly.
So I came in with 26 years of leadership, 26 years of hard work, long hours, and sacrifice at another level. That we would have to do a whole nother podcast for that.
Oh God.
So when it comes to this, I was so hungry because I saw the potential in real estate.
Yeah.
And I saw the success in real estate. But for the first 3 years, I didn't go on vacation.
3 years?
3 years.
Why?
Because the time. I knew that I was behind. I may have had the discipline. I may have had the understanding.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time that you need to be efficient in the field.
I guess what you don't know. But were you not afraid of being burnt the hell out, or how did you not take vacation for 3 years, keep doing day in grinding on a regular, and not having a downtime?
I don't believe in burnout.
Okay.
I don't think it exists. I mean, I've done really hard stuff with the United States Army, 16-month deployments, go back into another challenging environment, no couch, no refrigerator, hot weather, lots of gear, and I wasn't burnt out. I was motivated because I truly believed in my country. I truly believed in leading my soldiers and taking care of people.
Yeah.
So when you have that, because, being a leader is really servitude and serving others, not serving yourself. And a lot of people have a challenge with that. So the more success, like you keep me from burning out. You do.
And how is that?
Because your success, your energy, watching you gives me energy.
Oh, true.
Right. And and the people that need you in their sphere gets me up in the morning. Yeah. One of the hardest things people have, and you probably remember this too, is getting up at 5:30 a.m.
And especially in basic training, or not even basic training.
Basic is probably 4:30.
When you're signing in, when you first sign in, and they come in, your first night there, and then there's trash cans, there's water, there's yelling, there's whistles. Get your ass up, and you're running around, but you don't know where in the hell to go and what to do.
And don't know how long you're running and where you're running to.
Exactly.
Right? So I did that for 26 years.
Wow.
I could look at this camera and say the soldiers and the people I led in my formation, I showed up every single day.
That's incredible.
I've never missed a PT.
Well, you still doing that.
Right, I still do it, right? I still do it.
That's why I was like, how in the hell does he keep all these balls in the air? Because you're still doing it. I look at you and I get tired.
But it's a reverse cycle. It's actually, you guys give me the energy. It isn't me. It really isn't. I didn't miss those formations because I knew, one, there's those 3 or 4 soldiers is waiting for top to not show up. So they can say, that's the leader not setting an example. I ain't giving you that. But I was excited to be able to, at 20 years, 23 years, 24 years, to jump in a company formation and lead from the front. And inspire everybody else to do the same thing. And in real estate's the same thing. If I don't show up to a training meeting, if I don't get up on those Zoom calls, if I don't show up and produce, how the heck am I as a leader? I'm going to expect
it starts from the top, right?
Starts from the
and it rolls
top.
Downhill.
So that internal conflict, I guess you are as an entrepreneur and leader, requires you to show up.
Yeah.
So I guess after a time, psychologically, you're in your mind messing with yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're always messing with yourself. It's not you're tired.
Yeah.
This is telling you you're tired, right? So today I ran 2.7 miles. I did it in 22 minutes, and then I did a 5-mile walk with my wife, and I will...
Today?
Yeah, already, before this.
I ain't do shit.
I did all my meetings.
I ain't do shit. I got up and I came here.
You did a podcast before this, though. You did some stuff. No,
I did some stuff.
You did some...
Yeah. Nothing physical.
Okay, all right. But that's that hard thing, right?
Sure.
I continue to challenge myself for the hard thing and prepare for the hard thing. Do the hard
ever
thing.
get tired? Like,
Yes,
do you
absolutely.
ever have an off day?
Absolutely, but then I tell myself I'm not. Like, that's it. I had, being sick, being the flu, like, you'll never see me with it. You'll never see me down. You'll never see me, because I spend so much time convincing myself and my body that, no, we're okay. We could do it. Because the first time you back out, the first time you fall out of that run, that formational run,
True.
you're doomed to fall out again.
You are, exactly.
The first time I don't meet a quota, and like it was when I was a recruiter or in sales internally, guess what most likely gonna happen next month? And that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
You rocked and rolled for 90 days. You had an expectation. Go ahead that next month and not meet that expectation.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. It's gonna be the new norm.
Yeah.
And I just fight it. That's the fight.
So when you got out of the military, how did you decide real estate, or did it choose you? Because sometimes it choose you.
It definitely did. It chose me. I told this one before, and it was a little weird. It was the first time I lost my identity.
Oh, explain.
17 years old.
Okay.
Join a service, you sign up, and you come out and you're like 44.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing else.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid, right? That's all I was. And I got up one morning and I was like, I ain't shit, because I ain't a soldier.
Yeah.
I was down on myself, and I got out because I wanted to get out, not because I was pushed out, but I also knew I outgrew some things.
Yeah.
And, so I was hurting because, like, who am I? Because the last time I saw who I was and thought I was getting my hair shaved off, and they took that from me and said, you're this now.
Exactly.
And that's what I became for 2 decades plus. So, through that, trying to discover yourself in your 40s, not knowing who you are, I ran into a couple books.
Yeah.
Reading something other than how to maintenance a Humvee and how far a weapon can shoot. Or like how to discipline, So I actually really started dialing into some personal development.
Yeah.
And, I read a book, and that book kind of lit the fire.
Okay.
And
what book was that?
It was Gary Keller. It was written by Gary Keller, like The Millionaire Next Door.
Oh,
Millionaire Real Estate Agent.
I have that in my closet right now.
I read that 4 times.
Oh, I've only read it once.
Well, now I probably, but...
Exactly, yeah.
But because when you're lost and you got nothing but time on your hands.
Yeah. Well, maybe I need to go back and read it again, because I literally just saw it in my closet today when I was bringing my wardrobe to come here. It's sitting on my shelf. What is that other manual that they have? The big old binder. Ignite.
Oh, okay.
I have the Ignite manual as well. Yeah. So maybe I need to do my due diligence and go back and read it again.
I think so. Well, it inspired me.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Okay.
It definitely inspired me. I didn't understand the book because I wasn't in the industry.
Yeah.
But it inspired me, and I felt like I had the talent, and I needed something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I needed something.
And then from reading that book, what was the lapse in time between getting your license and getting into real estate?
Yeah, I took off running because I needed something so I didn't see the dark. Because it was just getting dark. Like I'm going out to pasture.
Yeah.
And I needed something, so I dialed in that, and I think I had my license in 30 days.
Oh, wow.
Or something like that, first time pass. Like, because I'm not saying the test is easy. I'm not saying I'm smart at all. But when you want something really, really bad, and you have the time to do it, you're most likely going to get on the first shot, and that's what happened.
True.
So I dialed in, got it, marched into Keller Williams Keller Williams' office and said, I want to be a broker and I want to own a team.
Where were you? Were you living
Yeah,
here?
yeah, I was here.
Oh,
right?
you were here?
Yeah, I was here. I was stationed on Fort Lee.
Okay.
And I walked in there and, the broker basically laughed at me,
Another parallel that we have, because I was stationed at Fort Lee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did my AIT in Fort Lee.
What was your MLS?
76 Charlie back then. I don't know what it is.
what it-
I was an equipment records and parts specialist. Meaning I didn't do shit.
That's
Meaning I was smart.
Hey, you just pissed off a whole bunch of 92 alphas. But they're probably like, yeah, no, we don't do nothing.
No, I worked in a motor pool.
Yeah,
and then they would come to me to sign out equipment,
Yeah.
vehicles. I ordered all parts, equipments, and kept all records and reported to S1, S3 every week. And
That's
did
how-
weekly, monthly reports.
It's an automation specialist.
Yeah.
Now, something like that's what it's called. And
now?
it's a 92 alpha
Yeah,
now. Yeah, and they still do the same
Okay.
thing. I know some
I was
that work.
also a POL clerk too. I did a petroleum, oil, and lubricant.
Now that one doesn't. They don't work too hard doing that. But yeah, I know some that do some work.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
a few. But yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
you were at Fort Lee,
Uh-huh.
and then you got your license. You went to KW.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, I want to do this. I really want to be part of it. She gave me a smirk and a laugh. Her name's like Kathy Edwards or something.
I met Kathy.
Yeah.
She was mine. That's who I worked
That's
with.
crazy.
Right up here in Westchester.
She was Midlothian.
Yeah, Midlothian, Westchester.
Yeah.
That's where I met Ray Rivera and he.
That was my first branch. I mean, not branch, first market center.
No way.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I walked in there and she, and I told her my story.
Yeah.
And I think she felt for me. I was still active duty now.
Oh, you were still active.
I was still active, right? So, she gave me a little grace on that, and I might have been in uniform marching up in this. I want this. And, so she pointed me to the Redux group, owned by Chris Craddock, and said, hey, go up to them. I think they got to help you out. And they did. I ended up doing an internship. I ended up going back. They said, yeah, we'll take you. I went back to the base and I was like, hey, I want to go do this. I want to do a career skill program, skill bridge. And I want to leave early, start real estate because this is my new thing.
Oh, wow.
And the chain was like, yeah, go ahead, Todd.
I mean, you had been in for 20 years.
Yeah, right. They want you to
no?
succeed. No, they want you. I wasn't in trouble.
Exactly.
They were like, no, it's your time now, right?
Exactly.
So they signed all the paper, went through JAG, got all the legal signatures, and I spent the next 6 months on active duty in that market center.
That's crazy.
Learning how to do real estate.
That's crazy.
And I actually retired in a Keller Williams market center.
You did?
Yeah, I retired there. I did not go on base. It wasn't across the stage.
How did they do that?
They just, it's just...
They came to you because you so...
Well, they gave me all my stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, I went and picked it all up, and then I just did it over there, and I exited there.
Yeah, because my brother-in-law retired there at Fort Lee.
Yeah.
Chad Walker, and it was crazy because I went to his ceremony down there, and it was a huge ceremony. You're like, no, I just want my damn license.
I got closing. I got closing to go to, right? Because that chapter is done. I needed to shut it, and it was good not to look back.
Yeah.
Because the pain was back there as well.
Yeah.
So it gave me something to look forward,
a new
focus.
Outlook. Completely different outlook.
Yeah.
And how did that change you? Was there a transition when you left the military? I know you just gave us a transition, but was it hard leaving the military, or were you done?
No, it was hard. I was still cutting my hair. I was still holding myself at a high discipline of, this
physical,
mental. Right. Just because that's all I knew. And, I still am challenged with letting that guard down.
Yeah. Does that still plague you? Is that something that you still have problems with, but still being in that?
Yeah. I mean, you still, 6 years isn't that long compared to 26.
Yeah.
Right? So if you put them in
because
perspective.
it's embedded in your head. It's ingrained in you. That, like you said, it's all you know.
That's all you know. And, I mean, because of my age, I'm 49 years right now. If I did another
about to turn up next year. Margarita, set this party off. We could turn
the 5-0, I'll probably be working now.
No, we're having a party.
So 20 years, if I did 20 years, I would be 70.
Okay.
And I would be neutral in my lifespan of how much time I spent in the Army and not. So, I mean, I think I give myself grace on that. And I think that's the big thing in transition. Giving yourself some grace so you can heal and do the thing. So
now, was it hard for you learning the new skill, the real estate?
Not the skill, dealing with civilians. You know, I was hard. I mean, I still apologize to someone because we're still friends and like we're in business together. I was like, man, I know I was hard coming out of the Army. His name's David Mount. That's one of them. He was like an operations guy. And man, you know, I'm like turned up. Like, I'm trying to make these agents do physical fitness. Like, I'm not even going to say the things like, you know. Like, you know, I wanted to give them counseling statements because they weren't performing. So they stopped me. HR comes at me. It was Margarita. Yeah, it was Margarita, a team leader, and like, you know,
you can't do that.
Yeah, they're like, you can't. I was like, I'm counseling them all. I'm giving them 30 days, and they're out of here. They're not performing.
Oh shit! I joined the team at the right time.
I'm
glad I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, smiling, dialing, like, you better be in your seat.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, I was rigid, like I was, but you know,
but that's all you knew.
But they loved it,
and that's how you got the success.
Yeah, and the agents started to realize they liked accountability.
They loved it.
They liked to be like, no, he just called me out like
that. Yeah.
You know, they did. They started because I mean, I think I recruited 19 agents in like 6 months. To that team. Yeah. I got 19 agents. I was running a team and everything. I've always ran a team. I've been part of a team, but from 6 months of being a real estate agent to today, I ran a team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I never been.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, I never been an individual agent ever.
Again, it's that military background, that structure, that discipline.
I need
but
you
even said when you were a child that everybody followed your lead.
I need a team.
Yeah.
It's not that the team needs me. I need it.
Yeah.
And I give everything I can for it, and it's a good balance for our team members and myself.
Now, how is it now having a team?
Now, we were just talking about that before we started. Like, you know, you were talking about the hair and the salon, and you're like, you know, am I going to dial back or all of this stuff? And the team is very necessary towards your success in real estate business. Mm-hmm. And I think I found a great balance with great members. Like, I know what works with me.
We have an amazing team.
Right, and what works for you guys. Like, we got a good balance. Like, we got a good balance.
Yep.
And I know how to push without pushing.
Yeah.
And I know how to receive.
Oh, yeah, he'll just like, you backslide.
Yeah.
I'm like, this ain't church.
Don't backslide today. Don't tell me you're going to do it, and then all of a sudden, you know, we show up on Wednesday and you ain't
Exactly.
there. Yeah.
I can look in brevity. And I can see your transactions. Or not.
Or not. It's usually not. But, you know, it's a good balance.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy the team. It's definitely grown a lot over the last 90 days. And we actually just onboarded another agent.
Oh, wow.
I think we're at like 18 right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're probably got another 3 on standby, just trying to figure out how do we, you know, if they're the right fit
in
transition.
Okay, yeah.
So, no, I think the team's been good. And, you know, I talked to a lot of other team agents, our team leaders, are people that had a team, didn't have a team. First thing I always do is, well, hey, how's your team going? And, you know, they usually make the complaint, oh, you know how agents are. Yeah, you know how agents are. You know, but it gives me a good pulse that, you know, hey, I'm meant for this. Like, I was built for this. You know, I don't try to cause a big friction because everybody's like, oh, you're always this, you're always that. You know, you go with the crowd a little, make them feel better. Yeah. But I'm like, nah, I like.
But what I love about our team is like, I feel like it's like very family oriented. And like everybody is like there to help somebody else, and there's no secrets. And everybody, if they have something to share, they share it. And also, there's like the camaraderie is like unmatched. I've been on teams before in the Army and the salon. Like it's just like a great culture. You've cultivated a great culture. So how do you, because when I remember interviewing with you like a year ago, because I've been on the team already a year.
Yes, you have, yeah.
And I remember interviewing with you, and like, how do you find people, or I guess they find you as well? Because we were talking before we started recording, this deal that you found in Tybee Island. And so how do people find you, or how do you find the right person to be on your team?
So culture and let's say recruiting and those types of things. No, I definitely believe, and this has been like my whole life, that they are put in my path for a reason.
Yep.
I don't look. They are placed, and was this a young lady too? It just happened,
Okay.
And I wasn't going to necessarily take her, just because she was already on a team. Some other things were happening. It was just too close, and she told me her story of like why I want to be on your team, and I said, okay, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
It's not an active recruiting thing. You're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be together for a little bit or for a long bit.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to help each other.
Yeah.
And
Now,
that's what I
have you
learned.
ever had to say no to someone with recruitment as far as them wanting to join your team? Or have you had to have that conversation to say, maybe you're not the best fit?
Probably every week.
Oh, really?
I just don't share it.
Okay.
About every week.
Yeah.
Because the culture is really set by the team. You guys adopt the culture and then you cultivate it and grow it. Now, my responsibility is just like a plant. How much fertilizer, how much water, how much sunlight. And if I bring in a shade over, you stop growing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
True.
Right.
Yeah, I remember like sitting there with you during my interview when you were saying, I like to protect my culture.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
'Cause, I have a mouth on me. Sometimes I say shit, but
No, but you're different. You get away with a lot more than I've ever seen somebody get away with. But you're part of the culture. Like,
well, no. The culture's part of me.
I like that, but you're that fabric.
Okay.
Like each person's a fabric
True.
that brings it together.
Exactly.
And you need everybody versus one person.
You do.
Right?
Yeah.
We can put anybody in front of the room and it's the same energy.
True.
That's how we know we got culture.
Yeah.
I don't have to be there. That's even stronger culture.
Yeah.
If I have to be there to push culture, push brand, and push forward for everybody, I suck. It's a reflection of, too much control, too much me, and not them. And that's, why. So
So tell me about your flips. How'd you start doing flips? Because this man is very successful at doing flips. And I go into I need to start walking them every week. Like I keep telling you, I need to start going in our flips when you start this. Because most of the time I don't see them, even though I'm, on the team, I'm busy. So I don't see them until they hit the MLS. So I need to do better. When you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
But anyhow, how did you get into doing flips?
So flips, that's a long story, but
Or did flip choose you?
yeah, because you know what? I was not interested.
No?
No, I actually wasn't. I wasn't interested, never was into that part.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to build this team. I want to build a business and a real estate business.
Okay.
And the flip thing came to me, and like the first flip, I got a phone call, and it was this great house on the north side. And I think we were getting it for like $120,000. Wow. It was worth $400.
Holy shit.
We need $100 in rehab, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right. So I reached out to Jason Johnson. We met a few times, and I told him about it, and he was like, "That's a deal." Like I didn't even know the neighborhood. He's like, "You're in a good neighborhood. You're next to the park. You're next to this." He's like, don't even worry about it. We'll fund it. We got you. Don't just lock it up.
Lock it up.
Just lock it up. So we locked it up, and then he taught me how to flip houses. Him and some contractors taught me how to do it.
Okay.
And then before I finished that one, I had 2 more.
That's crazy.
And he was like, "Well, you keep finding them. We'll find the money. Don't worry about it. We'll fund them." And that's how it went. But I would say, like, I really didn't understand it. I did not understand it. I was a doer. I'm a great operator.
Yeah.
And with a mission, and I could just do that thing.
Yeah.
And the next thing we're doing 30, 40 flips a year.
That's crazy.
And I was able to turn it into a business. But I don't
What are you on
recommend.
track for this year?
Same thing. We try to stay
About
about
30,
40. Yeah, we try.
You ever go over?
No, because between
Logistics.
retail, logistics, if you did 40, you had to acquire probably 50 plus.
Okay.
Right? Because not everything's gonna be done in that year frame. So
Yeah.
you're buying 50 something homes, which is almost a house a week,
Okay.
just to flip 35-40, which most people don't realize.
Yeah.
And then you got retail, so you got to disposition them, sell them, and then you have your retail business. Now you got another 100 houses coming and going for regular people that want to sell.
Yeah.
So it's a capacity thing, and you do too much too fast, you get loose, and it's not a good product.
Yeah. Well, I know you talked about earlier about delegation, being in the military and being able to delegate things to your soldiers. Who do you delegate into real estate now that you do all these flips? I know partially, your wife, Margarita, is like a very pivotal part of your success and growth. But who else do you have that manage you?
Yeah, right. And it's right. They manage me, honestly, but like they're all handlers because I'm very disruptive, very out there. And it's funny you say delegation because I was talking to Jared and he was like, man, Dustin, you got the delegation thing down.
I mean, you have to.
Right. He's like, I'm surprised you don't delegate somebody to feed you, 'cause he's like, everybody's like delegated to do something. And I don't feel uncomfortable because I believe we have a mission and everybody has a role. And my job is to give you your role. Right. And didn't help you with that path. But, delegation is the culture of the team. And actually, I don't have to delegate retail.
Yes.
It is everybody understands their role, who does what within the systems and the processes. Yeah. And it's actually a business.
Now, was it hard to figure out the systems and the processes?
You collapse and you fail.
Okay.
Like every business, whether it's title, lending, construction, all the businesses, you build a system, it fails. You figure out a process, it fails, and you make it better. And the more failures and fixes and everything makes it a better process and system.
Yeah.
And then the test of like when I know I have a business, everybody says I'm a business owner. I really felt that way too, but you're not until your business can run off the systems and processes without you.
Yeah.
And that's how I know like we got a very strong business process because I don't have to be there. Somebody else doesn't have to be there. And it's gone 2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah.
And still did the thing.
Exactly.
Now you got a business.
Now, how did you get into our building, our brokerage? Because I don't...
Yeah.
Are there any other in our area? I think we're the only one in Richmond.
Yeah, we're the only one in Richmond. And, I've been told, don't be a broker, don't own a brokerage, they don't make money and all this. And I will say I have tried different models of this and done a few things. And I just shifted the model. I agree. Like, it doesn't work for me. And, like, a lot of really big brokers out there don't really make a whole bunch of money off of just the retail thing.
Sure.
But no, I reached out to EXP and I was like, hey, this is one of the things I would love to do. I would love to create almost a cultural center.
It is.
Right? It's more of a cultural center than a brokerage, right?
Yeah, because we have people coming in all the time from different brokerages, different trainings and education and
different
like the one
ages.
we did the past 2 weeks was amazing.
Oh,
that was
commission to cash flow.
Commission to cash flow for us real estate agents to scale ourselves or have investment.
Start investing yourselves.
All of that stuff. Exactly. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, and they were like, absolutely. Because they saw, hey, it's great for retention, it's great for recruitment, it's great for development.
Yeah.
And it's a win-win. And, we just got our approval for one in Virginia Beach as well.
Oh, you're doing that one too?
Yep. So we got one down there getting approved as well. And that's kind of how it happened. And, a lot of other people could have done it. Yeah. And were doing it.
Sure.
But I found out what they were doing was they weren't calling it EXP. They would call it their own company name,
gotcha.
Kind of like a white label, and then have the branch under it. And I didn't see that fit. Like, why would I make it a One Dream Realty branch?
Yeah.
We're EXP.
We are.
Right. And we want to give and we want to build. And that's why I went that way.
And again, it's back to the culture piece. The whole thing is like, even like I said, the training that we had last week, there were people from all different brokerages there, learning and sharing and growing together. But I think that's what it's about, especially in anything. But in our culture or in real estate, you have to be able to share. And when you share, again, you just grow. And then it's enough to go around, because I think a lot of times it's that lack mentality, or people think that like there's not enough houses in Richmond. There's too many agents in Richmond, but it's enough to go around. So yeah, you always have to share your knowledge, and because like you said earlier, when you grow or you vibe off us, you get energy from us, the team, and like yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and now we're bringing people from the outside that has more culture, more experiences, different systems that we may not see.
Exactly.
And they're exchanging with us and our agents. We're exchanging with them, and we're all just getting better.
Or on the flip side of that is when we're doing transactions together,
yes,
you can put a name and a face to that person because they've been in your space. They've shared with you, and and so a lot of times I know old real estate. I've only been doing this like almost 5 years, but I knew I had my license before 10 years ago and didn't do a lot. That's when I was in Kathy Edwards. But a lot of times I felt like agents were like secretive or didn't want to share or discuss. Like and these were like mega teams and they were doing really well, but they didn't want to give you the secret sauce.
Yes, I mean
they were like, "This ain't McDonald's, this McDowell's."
I get it. No, you're right. Like, but I think technology has taken that away.
Yes.
Right now, if you're not a giver and a sharer, you're now over there by yourself. Yeah, you're breaking apart because you could type into any AI software the question you want and how.
Yes.
And can you explain it better and continue to drill this down? And it's going to break down the system. And you can say, can you create a system and a process for my business and a model? Yeah. And it'll do that too. So like
I did that the other night for my
for this?
And it was like the information that I got was like huge. It was like so instrumental, so impactful. And I was like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. But it was great information, like you're saying.
We didn't have it.
Technology has caught up.
Same thing with like, the internet, learning how to run a business before. If they didn't have the internet, you had to have the books. Now, you do everything from the internet. So
you can.
You got to give now. Like, and, it's not a recruiting thing. And, they feel comfortable because everyone's like, hey, you're on Journey XP next. Like, you're downline. Let me explain that.
Exactly.
I don't do that. If you're right for us and we're right for you, it'll fit.
It will.
It'll fit.
Yeah.
And it's not. Let's just be friends and take care of each other and do good things.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes.
So back to flips. One piece of advice you would give to somebody who just wants to get in that space? I think I know a little bit, but what is your perspective? What would you tell somebody who was like, okay, you know what, I want to like create generational wealth, or I want to have something that I can pass along to my children, and I want to do it through real estate in the form of a flip?
So I would say, don't flip. I mean, like, I would recommend not the flip, especially because of where we're at in the environment and what's going on, at least in Central Virginia.
Yep.
Right? And I can't say what's going on in Arizona or something like that. But, if you find a house at 70%, and, that's with where you could purchase the home, and that's also the renovation, and you find a home that's 70% of the after value, why not just keep it? Because it takes 75% of the ARV to keep the home and do a DSCR loan. And the prices are going down. And when I say they're going down, I mean the market is adjusting and bringing the prices down. But like the appreciation of the home is really not, or the appraised value of the homes, you're not really seeing that. Because houses sitting on the market, people are like, I need to sell this, I need to get this sold. I'm been on the market 30 days.
Yeah.
Price reduction, so you really right now is probably a great time to hold Because why flip when you're now going to be in that seller's mind?
Okay.
Like price reductions, pushing the home, trying to get it on market, paying interest rates. I think right now, and I'm holding a lot, and I'm burnt out and refinancing.
And can you explain that? What do y'all call that? The burn?
Yeah, or the burr, and they say the burr's dead, and that's a model and a strategy to keep real estate and get your money back that you put in, whether it's 15 or 20%.
What is burr? Buy, renovate.
Yeah.
Give me the. It's too
Buy. Go ahead. No,
renovate.
Renovate.
What?
Rent.
Refinance.
Repeat.
And repeat.
Right, and then there's an S on there, and the S. And there's
a silent S.
There's a silent. I'm glad it is, and I tell you, I'm glad you right. There's a silent S that nobody really talks about, and the silent S is scale.
Scale.
Right, it is scale. Repeat and scale. And I added that S and I scale, and that's how I'm still able to burr, right? And most people are not. But right now you should be trying to hold. If it works and everything works right and you got it at 70%, that means that 75% works. And then that 75% is the burr model, which means you could keep this property and get a line share of majority of your money right back.
So what if somebody wanted to do that? So, for example, if they didn't flip and they wanted to hold, what is the process, or how do they find funding, or what avenues do you explore when you do that? Because I think I know a little bit about what you do, but can you explain to everybody if you don't have financing, or how to get financing and all of that stuff?
If the deal's good, you don't really need the money. You're right. So one, like we talked about, we found a lot of deals on MLS.
Yep.
Right. Just
in that class the other day.
Right. We actually had 2 people in that class are now under contract.
That's crazy.
Off the MLS.
And the one young
keeping the
woman,
house.
Karen's 23 years old.
23 years old, and she closes this month. Like we had the class
crazy.
month, and we close this month. And she will own her first property and have $115,000 in equity.
Where else can you get that?
Years old.
Where else can you get $115,000? And then, like from what I saw, it was like she's not bringing a whole lot of money to the table.
And and what she does bring, she's getting it back.
And she's getting it back when she does the DSCR loan.
When she refinances out. And right now, I'm just teaching everybody. Right now, the MLS is a great shopping zone.
Well, you need to teach me. I need to learn.
Yeah, I mean, that multiple listing service is a perfect place.
Yeah.
Because there's so many price reductions. There's so much opportunity where people just need to get out, leave, and it's allowing people to buy a home, hold a home, and take advantage of just where the market's at. It's an opportunity. That's why I just recommend don't flip now.
Yeah.
If you're not already a flipper. If you're just trying to generate wealth and build wealth, why not really buy a home right now, what you can, and when you're closed on it and it's rent stable and rent ready, you have $60,000 or so in equity already built in. It's a great neighborhood. Like she's in Chesterfield, or I think maybe Midlothian.
It's in Midlothian.
Yeah, and the other one is in Chesterfield that we got somebody. And now you're going to have great appreciation, and they both in their 20s. And they're both having like 6 to 8% appreciation where they got these homes. Versus they would have flipped, they would have made $25,000, $30,000.
Yeah.
They would have paid taxes on that. Somebody else, lenders, everybody, maybe they walked away with 18. And, all right, what am I going to do next? They don't have another flip opportunity because they're rare.
Yeah.
But this home that they kept, they own it.
That's crazy.
It's forever generating wealth for them.
Yeah, when she stood up in class the other night, and I was like, what? Wait. You're under contract?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, yeah. And then she was like so modest and shy, but it was like amazing to watch it actually happen right in front of your face. Because you gave us a homework and you were like, hey, find a house that you think you could flip or own, and she did it.
And what's crazy is that opportunity, those lenders that were there.
Oh, yeah.
They actually, they were all the funders. So anybody that would have did the homework and truly poured into it and put that time, like you're like, well, how'd you get there? How'd you do it? I would have, like, if I would have got that opportunity when I was coming out,
Sure.
I wouldn't have slept into that next training, because I would have been like so focused into that. Like, you told me, if I find the house, you're going to help me fund it, you're going to help me close it, you're going to guide me on the construction, and you're going to give me the money.
Yeah.
And all I was going to do is find it.
Yeah.
And that's what she did.
That was huge.
Yeah, that's just
like,
what she did.
That was huge.
And they all funded it, and they were willing to fund anybody in there that bought a great deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And we only had 2.
Only 2.
Out of 30. Out of 30.
I was one of the 30. Backslide.
Backslide. Hey, but, you know, what I liked about it is you guys saw it work.
Oh, it did. Because it was like tried and true.
Yeah.
It literally happened right in front of us.
The do that course and nobody to have any success leaves doubt. But to have 2 people do it, they're all younger, less opportunity than everybody else, less money, less jobs, and for them to do it, signal everybody else that it does work. So at least everybody left with it works.
It works.
We just got to put in the time. But you got to put in the time.
So what's next for you? What's coming up?
So next is, lending. So, working on a mortgage company. So we're, So, a lot of the paperwork's kind of done. And
will that be in our office?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't share the name yet. But because they change. But, somebody hit me, they're like, man, it always comes so easy for you. It hasn't. This is my 6th attempt.
Oh, wow.
I have never done it on the first time, except for past real estate tests.
Wow.
Everything else has been multiple.
Yeah,
multiple tries.
But that's how you learn, right? That's how we grow.
And just being in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
And then after that, that's the next step to set up for, setting up a fund, a real estate fund, so that we could now have more control over all the lines of credit and money and actually invest. And we're headed towards luxury short-term rentals.
Oh, wow.
So
locally here?
No, actually throughout. Yeah, luxury short-term rentals, buy and hold, of course, because we're really good at forcing appreciation, and they're 5 to 7 years.
We could go on and on about that.
Yeah,
like in that class the other night, you were talking about the forced appreciation and how 6 months 6 months?
Yeah.
And then it was crazy.
And that's the skill behind it.
Yeah.
Being able to force the appreciation into real estate and then leverage that.
Exactly.
Everybody else is kind of looking at the other thing. They're looking at easy money. They call it mailbox money and all these other things.
Yeah.
I just skipped all that stuff and went straight for massive appreciation and good locations, good properties. And that's the chase for the luxury real estate. They're a beachfront, they're a great tidy island,
Sure,
right? Yeah. And then, you hold those and then you refinance that out and then you hold it in a portfolio or you sell it. But we're probably hold them in a portfolio and just continue to do that. So we're taking our flipping knowledge and taking it to the next level.
So tell me what gets you up in the morning? What's your why?
I'm happy to be alive.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I know it sounds...
That's like to the point.
Yeah, no.
I was expecting a different answer, but no, it's perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm truly one of those people that are grateful because I could think of so many times that I shouldn't have been.
Being in the military, combat, and
living in New York.
That's like combat in itself,
right? Growing up in New York. But, the thing is, when we wake up in the morning, and I only told a few people this story, and I know
I'm glad I'm getting to share it with you
and
the rest of the world.
Yeah, no, I think it's weird. It's almost naive.
Yes.
But that's where our mindset. We had a very poor mindset.
Yep.
Because we ain't never made more than $70,000 a year.
Yep.
And that's with the massive deployments. That's with the risk of your life and serving your country and not being home.
Yeah.
And so when we were in Fort Lee, we used to go fishing. I found an old boat and I put it together. I'm mechanically inclined. Most people don't know. I
don't know that.
Yeah, I could fix the engine. I could do all that stuff. And I put it together, and I would go on Cheston Lake.
Okay.
Right, and we'd go fishing, and I launch the boat, and we'd go up and down this lake, and he has these beautiful homes.
It's gorgeous. I got out there with my sister and my brother-in-law.
Beautiful homes.
Yeah.
Right, all over the place, right?
It's gorgeous.
8,000, 15,000 square feet homes. Yes. They're built right. They're all unique. And I was like, man, I would love for us to retire here one day. I would love, this would
Manifest.
Yes, right. This would be it. Imagine we bring our kids out of the military.
Yeah.
Our grandkids could grow up here. We could bring our family, our parents,
Yeah.
have them stay here, and we'll have a nice, safe space, and we'll achieve this thing. So when we retired, and we finally got a little good, like doing the things. It was time to retire, but also find a home.
Sure.
And I saw this home on Zillow, and I was like, man, something just tells me like this is it, right? So I was, come on, let's schedule this, and all this. So we're recruiters, we're agents, so we schedule showing time.
Yeah.
We go out there and we bought the home.
Wow.
Bought that home and everything. Got the kids out of the military, moved the parents in,
crazy.
did all that stuff. It's on that lake.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Manifested. You manifested.
Yeah, it was on that
this.
lake.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Now, like a young guy like you coming from New York with life, like getting pregnant at 16, 17, going into the military and coming out, busting your ass and to get where you are now. And then look where you are though. Like that's huge. Like most people don't even get to experience half of the things that you have experienced in this 49 short years. Like that's crazy.
kind of. I tell you what, too, how I fake myself out.
Okay.
I believe I ain't shit.
Why is that?
I no fancy clothes. I got this off of Amazon. Like, my shoes are probably like, I don't know, $25.
Yeah.
I don't want to get stuck in the high. I want to stay grounded.
Yeah.
And focus.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of
It's
people
so
in
easy.
they go on vacations, they shoot and all. Like,
cars.
man, it was just one transaction.
Wait, is he talking about me?
No.
Is he talking about me?
I'm like, man, they gone. Like,
Exactly.
what the heck? It was just one. Like,
Exactly.
And we use a lot of our flip money and a lot of our stuff to get the businesses.
Yeah.
That's how we really got there quickly.
Yeah.
And we really live off of our retirement and stuff like
incredible.
that. And so I really just try to not.
Yeah.
And I mean, we get hit with it sometimes, and some people tell us like, "Hey, you guys kind of, they're doing that because of you're doing this."
Yeah.
And we sometimes forget that sometimes perception makes society challenging.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But we came from a very, very humble background.
Yeah.
And, serving our country and not having wealth, her coming from El Salvador, earning her citizenship.
Yeah.
Trying to put our kids, our first kids are now, like our grandkids are in private school. Our youngest is in college.
Yeah.
Those are achievements for us that I don't think people realize because we didn't have that. We couldn't do that.
Or so many people take it for granted. Right?
Yeah, right. So, for me, it's very personable and it's important for me to stay a little grounded.
You, brother. Well, you doing it. I'm proud of you. Like I said, I look up to you. I come into the office and I'm just like happy to be there. Mm-hmm. But again, I get it's like the right people come into your life at the right time, and I too have manifested this because I don't know if you remember when I first joined the team and I'm sitting in your house and and you got around to me and I was like, oh, speaking all this mumbo jumbo shit about like I manifested this and you were like, yeah, next person. But no, it's true.
Yeah.
Like so I've aligned myself with great people and great people are coming into my life and I can't thank you enough for being here right now. It means a whole lot because I always feel supported by you and Margarita and the rest of the team, Venus, Bolton, and like Alex and Ryan and Destiny. Like I could go on with all the names, but I just feel comfortable on our team. I'm so grateful to be here and I'm so grateful to have you on, and thanks for helping me to get to where I am right here, right now, because without you pushing me, you didn't know it, but without you pushing me to get those get into Brevity, do the calls and do the work, and then now I can sit here and do what I want to do
Yeah, time.
and have this
Yes.
podcast. And so thank you so much. Appreciate you.
No, your energy and, you bring an energy and you're a special person.
Thank you, sir.
And I think you just got a tribe that sees you. We don't tolerate you. You celebrate it.
Yeah.
Always be in a place where they celebrate you, don't tolerate you.
Exactly.
And you give a lot.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
you got a lot more to go. So,
Dustin Ovlerson.
all right.
Appreciate it.
See you.
We're out.